Hello there and welcome to the channel. This is Nerd.World again, doing another Babylon 5 vessel. This time again, continuation of my abuse of shadow technology by the Earth Alliance series of episodes, just because those ships are really cool. I'm coming to my, what I think is the final one I know about, which is the Shadow Hybrid Assault Vessel, or whatever the hell that thing was. It only appears in one episode of Crusade, really, and we know almost nothing about it, but here's going to be everything we do know. Before we get started, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you feel like you want to. Tell me if you watched Crusade, if you know about this ship, or you know about the ultimate story of Crusade, which was meant to be the bigger series arc of the 5 seasons that were originally planned of that very unfortunately cancelled show. And with that said, let's get started. The Shadow Hybrid Assault Vessel, or Light Cruiser, whatever it was, I was being an assault vessel, was developed by the Earth Alliance Black Ops division. Virtually no one else within the Earth Alliance knew about this vessel. In 2259, this ship was witnessed by the sole survivor of an attack on the EAS Cerberus, destroying the ship and then disappearing off into the night. It was seen to utilize a particle beam weapon that was not unlike the one utilized by Shadow vessels dominantly, not a traditional Earth Force weapon system. The vessel itself was extremely atypical of an Earth Force vessel, having nothing in common in terms of visual style, nothing that would link it to the rest of the Earth Alliance, and as a result, Ensign Gideon, who was the sole survivor of the attack because he happened to be outside of the ship at the time in an EVA suit, didn't identify the ship as an Earth Force vessel. When he reported it back to his superiors, they accused him of basically suffering trauma, being adrift in space, oxygen deprivation, yet that he hallucinated, and they believed from their findings of studying the wreckage the vessel had been destroyed by an engine malfunction. Something went wrong with the jump engines. As they attempted to make a jump, they were destroyed. That was the official line, and under orders from President Clark, he was ordered to sign the documents that testified as such. But he never gave up on the belief that this was an attack by an alien vessel that he simply couldn't identify. Now that was the story that you see in the show. What we later learn is in future unaired episodes that were never written, well, rephrase that were written but were never filmed, is that the vessel was actually built by Earth Force, utilizing shadow technology as a basis. In the unfilmed episode To the Ends of the Earth, the synopsis we have from the script that were released by J. Michael Straczynski indicated that while on a mission looking for a cure to the Drakh Plague, Gideon, using his Apocalypse box, it would tell him of a secret. It would tell him where to find the hybrid ship, the alien vessel that had destroyed the Cerberus, killed all of his friends, his former commanders. It told him where to find it. Gideon instantly broke off the search for the Drakh Plague, recalled the crew from the surface of the planet where they were searching ancient ruins in hopes of finding such a cure, and then broke off and took the Excalibur out on a mission to locate the ship, where it eventually would encounter the vessel, and then engage it in combat and destroy it. However, it would not have been until what would have been the final episode of the first season, The End of the Line, where we actually learned that the vessel was truly an Earth Force ship, as a man would come forward who would lead Gideon to a secret Earth Force Black Ops base, which was kept secret for years. It would turn out this research had been being conducted since before the assassination of President Luis Santiago by the then Vice President Clark. So this entire operation, aside from under the Clark regime, had been kept secret through 2 other presidential regimes so far, and obviously Clark had been completely complicit in the program proper. There were revealed to be at least a half a dozen similar facilities scattered across the Earth Force. Now, what had led them to it in the last episode was the hybrid ship had been used to attack another Earth vessel, a civilian ship this time, and would have destroyed it. This would basically tell him that this was still aliens, but now we learn it's actually Earth Force, probably attacking Earth Force vessels because they could always cover it up. And they were deploying ships like this one and other technologies that they were developing in secret because the Interstellar Alliance had banned the use of any shadow technology as basically sort of Vorlon mentality and sort of fear of the shadows meant that they believed that anything shadow tech could only ever be used for death and destruction. Basically, it had a lot of stigma involved. But the Earth was quite willing and quite able to utilize and reverse engineer the tech, and these hybrid ships apparently were the first vessels entirely human built utilizing shadow technology, which was, we would learn that the Earth Force was far more advanced in its development of research of shadow tech than any of the other powers such as the Centauri, who were also experimenting with it. Who knows what this would have led to in the future, but this was meant to have been the beginning of the 5-season arc of Crusade, not the Drak Plague, as the Drak Plague was supposed to have been cured in Season 2. This was actually the real story arc, how Earth was misusing the tech and what they were going to do with it. And it would have led to the Excalibur, similar to B5, declaring independence, going rogue, and looking for a way to stop Earth Force from doing whatever its plans were, which may have been overthrowing the Interstellar Alliance and building a new empire in homage to the Shadows, as we know that President Clark and his conspirators, and those within the Psycho and things, they were more interested in making humanity more like the Shadows. And that may still be the goal with these remaining conspirators. Unfortunately, we'll never really know, as the show was cancelled and stopped at just 13 episodes. These synopses are from 2 episodes that were never even filmed, which is a great shame. But again, there we have it. We have the Shadow hybrid vessel built by the Earth Alliance in secret and only ever used to attack their own ships that we know of. Had you heard of this vessel? Have you watched Crusade? Comment down below. Do you like it? I personally don't really like the design. I think it's a bit dumb looking. It's something about its spines pointing downwards always bothered me, but whatever your taste is. Like, share, subscribe, and bye bye.